For me, Japan and Japanese companies are associated with quality, and the quality is tied with precision. In chapters 12, Banish Sloppiness book, Paul Akers talks about the precision and how it leads to quality and why it's crucial for Japanese manufacture and society. In my several lean trips to Japan, I visited manufacturers like Tier 2 Toyota supplier, Isuzu Steel, Avix, and others, and observed unprecedented attention to the precision and details. In this video, I would like to look at the consumer product and see if I could find Japanese precision in it. I bought knitting needles and crochet hooks made in Japan for my wife. The knitting needles and some crochet hooks are made from bamboo and some from the steel. The size step are 0.3 mm for knitting needles and 0.25 for hooks. The smallest diameter for knitting needles is 2.1 mm and the smallest diameter for hooks is 2.0 mm. Also, I will test the stainless steel crochet hooks from another Japanese brand. The size of these hooks are 1.25, 10, and 0.6 millimeters. To measure hooks and needles, I am going to use the micrometer made in Japan. I am setting it to the 0. First one, I'm going to measure the hook diameter is 2 millimeters, and I'm going to measure in the middle, then at the end, and the beginning. The next one, I'm going to measure the needle, 2.1 millimeter. Again, I measure the middle, then I measure at the end, and of course at the beginning of the needle. The next size that I'm going to measure is 4.2 millimeters. Same diameter measure at the end. And measure in the beginning of 4.2 millimeters. Next size is a 5.7. Measure the middle, then measure at the end, and measure the beginning of the needle. The next one, I took the biggest one at 10 millimeters, measure at the middle, then measure at the end, and the measure of the beginning. Now I switch to stainless steel. It's 1.225 millimeters. Next one is 1 millimeter and 0.6 millimeters. Let's take a look at all numbers. The minimum deviation from the expected size of the bamboo hook and needles is 0.011, and the maximum deviation from the expected size is 0.058. For stainless steel, the minimum deviation from the expected size is 0.015, and the maximum is 0.044. I think this precision is excellent for the consumer products made of bamboo. Well, the steel could be a little bit better, I think.